Hello, everybody, and welcome to
The Brink
with Mallory and
Ben.
Who are very...
Happy?
I don't know, I just was waiting for you to see what you would say if I put you on the spot with that. How are you this week? Mallory, how has the week been?
I am so good. Have we talked about my bike yet?
Let's talk about your bike. I think we did briefly last week.
Oh.
But how's it been? How's it riding this week?
Very good. I rode 5 days this week.
More times than you went to the gym?
Yep.
And how has the bodice held up from riding the bike?
A little bit sore. Definitely complain to you sometimes.
You didn't complain too much, actually. It's kind of nice to have you. I mean, I complain as well, so that's, that. I was going to ask you, we went Christmas shopping last night, sort of. We did.
Yes, we did.
Are you disappointed that we kind of did it so quickly and over that way?
No, not even a little.
Why not even a little?
Oh, I was waiting for you to take the picture. That's awkward.
Well, I was just waiting for you to keep talking. We're going to take it while we're talking.
What was the question?
Why weren't you disappointed that we did it in like two...
It was fun. It felt like Christmas. It was great.
Have you done all of your shopping?
Yes.
Yes. No, because you haven't bought my presents yet, have you?
I've bought most of your presents.
What did you get me?
Nothing.
You bought me Star Wars colouring book, which I wasn't meant to know.
I tried so hard to hide it from you. I thought I was doing so well, and then you saw it.
Well, you didn't really hide it very well if it's kind of you buying it at the same time as when we're shopping, so,
Shush.
What is it about Christmas shopping that you enjoy the most?
Buying things for myself. I mean other people.
You do buy... Didn't you buy yourself something that you're wrapping it up and putting it under the tree from memory? No? Wasn't there something that you would know?
I don't know. I've bought a lot of things that I've told you to give to me for Christmas, though.
Yes, like what? What are some of them? Explain.
Shampoo and conditioner and body wash and body spray and nail polish and face masks and what else? Chocolate.
Can you explain to our listeners about this customer service you had today at Paper Plus?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so we wrapped all of our presents last night and this morning in the thought that we would pack them up in a box and ship them over to Australia so that we don't have to bring them with us because we're not sure if we have enough luggage to bring them with us.
Because we're poor.
Yep, basically. And we did all this. I brought the big box with me. Actually, I forgot the box here and then had to come back and get it. Anyway, brought it with me to work, went to Paper Plus, walked in 5 minutes before they closed. I thought it was an hour before they closed, but apparently they closed at 4, not 5. Anyway, walk in, and there was this older woman and like this young, probably high school kid who's just gotten this job for Christmas kind of thing. And so I was with the kid, and because the box was over 5 kilos, they have to weigh it on a different scale in the back room. So he'd gone back to go and do that, and the old lady was like there with me, and we were working away, waiting for him to come back with it. And then he comes back and says to her, like, this is how much it is, like, can you finish up, because I don't really know what to do and you'd be quicker. And so she types it into her little machine and goes, oh, this is how much it'll be. And so I say, oh, like, I might as well just ship it now. And she looks at me and goes, we're closed, right? And I was like, nope, no one told me. No one said anything about you guys closing anytime soon. Here's me standing here awkward. So I go and I'm like, oh, so I can't ship it today? Like, I'd have to do it tomorrow? And she's like, yep, you have to come back tomorrow. I was like, are you kidding me? And then she says to me, she's like, oh, it wouldn't go out tonight anyway. It would go out tomorrow at either 2 or 4. And I kind of, I said to her, I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to figure out how I'm going to get back here tomorrow because I work. And, she's like, oh, okay, see you tomorrow. She, just wasn't even nice about it, and I was so annoyed. Do
you wish in those moments, because I know in those moments that I'm not that type of person who can, hold your ground and be like, bitch, please, customers here, you will serve me. Because you think about it, we've all worked in retail enough where you've been in that situation where customers come in and you're closing, yet they're like, oh, too bad I'm here.
Yeah.
My dad would not have stood for that. My dad would have been like, F off.
I wish that I could do that, but I also, I can't. I am just like, okay, fine, I'll come back tomorrow. It's...
That's what I mean.
I can't.
I'm definitely, not that person. When we went to the, when we went to the restaurant the other week and the meal was pretty crap, and then all of a sudden they come to us and like, how's your meal? And we're just like, it's really good, thank you. Like, you're not going to be like, fucking this is shit, I want another one. You know what I mean? Like, even if they get my order wrong, for the most part, I just usually grin and bear it. Like, if it's something like, oh, they put tomato on it. But, like, if it's,
it depends on what it is.
Yeah, definitely. So, moral of the story, don't go to Paper Plus. The couple of times I've been there, they've been nothing but nice.
Last time I shipped something through them last Christmas, and they were really nice. Like, they were really great.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go. That's our fun story for the week. We're going to come back and have another interesting segment for you soon. You always want to find out what is happening in the beautiful town of Ramsey Bay. So let us find out just exactly what is happening as we move into the third episode of the second season of everybody's least favourite radio soap opera in the history of radio soap operas, Days of Our Pies.
Previously on Days of Our Pies.
It appears that newly elected Prime Minister of Australia, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is coming to Ramsey Bay for a visit.
Oh my god, Daddy, what was that?
Oh my gosh, the town's police station's been bombed.
Wow, will you check this out? What a beautiful town. Such a peaceful town. An amazingly awe-inspiring town.
Oh my gosh, Prime Minister Schwarzenegger, you were early. Yes, that's right, Frank. I heard about the explosion and I'm here to investigate.
Like pastry in the oven, these are the days of our pies. I'm Lisa Jones, and these are the days of our pies.
The town of Ramsey Bay had once again been thrown into chaos with the bombing of the town's police station one day before newly elected Prime Minister Arnold Schwarzenegger was due to arrive. Despite the plan, Prime Minister Schwarzenegger had arrived one day early and was surveying the damage caused by the bomb.
This looks like kindergarten cop. It's disastrous. I know, Mr. Prime Minister. We are getting together a list of suspects. Good. Now please show me to your gym. Sir, don't you want to help out here and make sure our fine citizens are safe and assured that whoever did this will be punished? I said gym! Now! Okay, sir.
I apologize for the Prime Minister's behavior, officer. He's had a very long journey here and is very tired and cranky.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't get your name.
My apologies. It's Hugh Jars. I am the Prime Minister's personal secretary and escort.
Pleased to meet you, sir. May I introduce you to my neighbor and soon-to-be partner on the job, Mr. Floyd Griman.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
You too. Now, please, can we take the Prime Minister to the gym?
As Frank and George escort Prime Minister Schwarzenegger and Hugh Jars to the gym, Jennifer Cakeman has given up on waiting for her husband Frank and driven to the town store to greet the new owners.
Is anyone here?
Why, hello. Wow, our first customer.
Not really. I'm Jennifer Cakeman. We spoke on the phone. I used to own this place.
Oh, wow, how silly of me. Of course, Jennifer, you are as beautiful as you sound. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It just makes me so happy to be alive and live in this quiet, peaceful town.
Okay then. Well, I just wanted to make sure you were all settled in.
We are doing fine, thank you. Things have started off great. Just then, Duna's daughter, Bed, walks out, carrying a bag of fertilizer. Bed, what are you doing with that fertilizer?
Oh my God! Why is it like everything I do? You have to totally ask me what it is I'm doing. Can't a girl totally carry a bag of fertilizer for no reason? Oh my God!
Of course you can, my dear. I was just asking. I would like you to meet the lady who is nice enough to sell us this business, Jennifer Cakeman.
Hello? How are you?
Fine, my dear. You're one pretty girl. My friend son Billy would certainly like you.
Oh my God! There are boys here? That's hot. I'm going now, Dad. I have to deliver this somewhere.
Okay, Bed. Don't be too late now, or your mum and I will worry. Bed leaves with a bag of fertilizer while Jennifer and Duna have a conversation that lasts a while. Back at Roy and Billy's house, the two of them continue to watch the news coverage of the police station bombing.
This is horrible. How can a police station be bombed right before the Prime Minister arrives? It's just disgusting. And now he is here early. This is worse than a winter's morning in Glasgow.
I don't know, Daddy, but I'm sure we will find out sooner rather than later as to what has happened.
Just then, a knock at the door is heard.
Oh my gosh, you're Usain Bolt. Hey man, yes I am. I need to ask you something, man. It's very important.
Why on earth is Usain Bolt in Ramsey Bay? Why did bed cover need a bag of fertilizer? Is Prime Minister Arnold Schwarzenegger having a good workout? And why the hell would the writers of this show give a character a name as disgusting as huge ass? Find out next week on Days of Our Pies.
Oh, goodness me. Every single week there is just drama. What is going to happen next week? I have no idea. You'll have to find out soon. Every week, generally in this segment of the show...
Oh, no.
That's exactly what people say when they listen to this show.
Oh, I know what the second one is.
We play some form of quiz. We ran out of those 500 ones a long time ago. So we've gone to our very good friends over at sporkle.com. I found a game here. And basically, I have found a quiz that is called Can You Name the Movie When Given 3 Words About the Movie That Can't Be from the Title or Actor, Director, Character Names?
No is the answer
So,
based on looking at these.
I just want to point out that I've had
I know that one too.
I've had a brief look at these, and I thought we could play this together.
Okay, deal.
So this
Deal.
is
okay,
something that's exciting. Okay,
That's
so
good.
let's go through this. You ready? Okay, let's... so just to quickly explain, there was 3 words here, and you've got to guess the movie based on these 3 words. We've got
How
5
about,
minutes
can
to do
I
this.
can I read the 3 words out, and then if I know the answer, say it, and then you have the chance to say it after that? Because if not, like, you're going to know more than I will.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Are we ready?
We're going like that. Right?
Yeah, we're going up to down. Okay, let's try
Up to
this.
down.
Okay. Okay, I'm pressing play quiz. Our time has... all right, so...
The first one is Murder Shower Mother.
That's Psycho.
Oh, didn't know that.
Let's have a look. Yes, correct.
Teenager DeLorean.
Back to the Future.
No,
Oh, sorry.
that's not how it
sorry.
works. I knew that
Teenager
one.
DeLorean 1955.
I knew
Sorry,
that one.
Sorry.
That was one of the only ones I knew.
Sorry.
Okay, the next one is Prison Poster Library.
I think I know it.
I don't know it.
I think it's Shawshank Redemption.
Sure.
Have you
I've never seen it.
Oh, Shawshank, you'll cry.
It's on Netflix at the moment, and I keep thinking about watching it, but
Let's
then I
watch
think
it.
that you'd want to watch it with me, so I don't.
It's often regarded as the greatest movie of all time. It's brilliant. It's really, really brilliant.
Gang's Musical Love. I was guessing Hamilton, but I don't know if that's right.
I would say Chicago.
You're probably right.
Because I don't think Hamilton's been made into a
I have
movie.
not
No.
seen
Gang's...
either.
West Side Story?
Also, maybe haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Hacker Chosen Unplug.
Matrix. Oh,
I didn't know.
Sorry.
No, I wouldn't have gotten... Now that you say it makes sense, but I wouldn't have gotten
should know
it.
this one.
Oh, I know this one. Austria Singing Family. You haven't even seen this one, which really bothers me. It's the one... Oh my gosh, what's it called? The Sound of Music.
Alive. Sound of Music.
I feel like this is taking too long. Criminals Mastermind Limp. I don't know it.
That's a very vague one. Limp. Criminals. Mastermind.
Oh, I know the next one.
I don't know.
Can we skip it?
I think we can.
Okay, Archaeologist Whip Covenant. It's Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Let's just type that in.
Dog Kiss Spaghetti is...
Oh, it's easy.
Oh, was I wrong?
Well, Raiders of the Lost
it's a
Ark is an
specific
Indiana
one.
Jones movie.
Oh, I get it. It's
They're about to remake it into Disney Plus.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yep.
Christmas Bankrupt Angel. I don't know.
Christmas Bankrupt Angel. Christmas Bankrupt Angel. Yeah.
Skipping it.
Yeah, okay.
Leg Lamp Rider. I also don't know.
Leg Lamp Rider. Yeah, don't know.
Cambodia Napalm surfing.
Is that Apocalypse Now?
Maybe.
Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Oh crap. Apocalypse Now. No, how do you spell apocalypse?
With a P.
Apocalypse. Lips now. Lips now. Apocalypse. Yeah, okay, got it right.
Crop Duster Rushmore? I don't know.
Oh, that's Oh, yeah, I know it. I don't think I've seen it, but I know Rushmore because that's famous.
Okay,
It's
we're
like
moving on. Newspaper Sled Xanadu.
It's got to be Xanadu, doesn't it? Xanadu.
I also haven't seen
Surely
this.
that's Xanadu. It's on Xanadu. Newspaper Sled Xanadu. Yeah, don't know. Okay.
Mexico Stinkin' Badges. Don't know this either.
No, don't know that one.
Mobsters Musicians Wigs.
Would that be Chicago?
Maybe.
Nope. Mobsters Musician Wig. Blues Brothers? Maybe? Nope. Okay, don't know.
Spaceship Computer Emotions. I was thinking Wall-E.
It's either that or 2001 Space Odyssey. No, it's not WALL-E. 2001. Yep, okay, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Detective Future Replicants.
Minority Report, maybe? Replicants. That's off something. They're famous. Replicants. I can't remember.
Scare Floor Screams Energy.
Yeah, don't know.
Iran Hostages movie.
Oh, that's Argo. Yep.
Wood Chipper Murder.
There's that famous scene. Is it Fargo? They go on a wood chipper. Yep.
Vietnam Russian Roulette.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what they're talking about. But
E.T. is the next one.
Alien Phone Home, by the way. Yep. The Sixth Sense. It's these dead people. Such an overrated movie. Not good at all.
I know the next one. It's
Kansas Ruby Slippers.
Oh my gosh,
Wizard
the
of Oz.
Yellow Brick Road. Thank you.
Oh shit, we've only got 45 seconds.
Oh
shit.
The next one is
Shit.
Nemo.
Clownfish
Nemo.
Lost Aquarium. Head Spin Possessed. Exorcist. Brothers
seen that, I don't know.
Savant Gambling. Rain Man. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I know it. Giant Ape Love, King Kong. We're 27 seconds. Is Elephant Fly, Dumbo. All right, so Criminals Mastermind Limp. Some of these are going to piss me off because we've got 20 out of 30. Leg, Lamp, Rider, don't know. Crop Duster, Rushmore, can't remember it. Newspaper Sleds, how is that not Xanadu? Mexico Stinking Badgers, 5 seconds. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, so the ones we did not get, The Usual Suspects, okay. It's a Wonderful Life, wouldn't have gotten that. A Christmas Story, no.
Oh my gosh, we should have.
North by Northwest, that's the one I was thinking of. Monsters Inc. Citizen Kane, wouldn't have gotten that one. Treasure of the Sierra Madre, never heard of it. Some Like It Hot, never seen it. Blade Runner, I've never seen it. Replicants, Blade Runner, of course. Monsters Inc. and The Deer. Okay, fair enough. The ones that we didn't get, I've never seen, and the only one out of them...
Monsters Inc. we should have gotten.
North by Northwest, that's the Rushmore one. I knew there's a famous, rush, because that's the plane. It's the one, that famous scene, that person's running through the crops and there's a plane chasing them. And then Rushmore, I think, is there's a twist and that's the killer or something. Anyway, that was fun. We got 62%.
We did well.
Go team. Well done. Elastic interview time. I really need to come up with a introduction there, but I said that every week and I just obviously can't be bothered putting one together. Now, a bit of a fun, interesting one for you. Back in 2014, I believe it was, there was a story that emerged about an actress by the name of Natasha Blasick, who I think was best known for being in Paranormal Activity 2, among many other things. She claimed to have had sex with a ghost. Now, we were very interested in this story, as you can probably imagine. We tracked her down and we interviewed her. So here is our classic interview with actress Natasha Blasick telling us about that time that she had sex with a ghost.
Natasha Blasick is an actress, model, producer, musician and artist who has appeared in several films and TV shows such as Meet the Spartans and Days of Our Lives, and hit the headlines recently after her intimate encounter with a supernatural being was revealed in a television interview. I spoke to Natasha about this encounter, her love affair with Eurovision, as well as turning the tables on me and asking me the famous 5 questions. Natasha, welcome to the Brink and Edge Radio.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Well, a pleasure to have you here, because it's really all about the power of social media that we were even connected, because in our introduction there I mentioned we spoke about your story on air last week. We tweeted you when we were on air. Next thing you know, we're chatting. Next thing you know, here we are having an interview. So there you go, Natasha, the power of social media.
I know, it's pretty exciting. I love this part. I do love it. So we can connect all over the world. We just can, now talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is very much so. I mean, you must have found the last few weeks since this story sort of come public also quite interesting. I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking about this. It's been spoken about on a wide variety of channels around the world. I mean, have you sort of been surprised that it kind of went viral the way that it did?
Yes. I was actually, I was really shocked because I wasn't sure till the last second if I want to do this or not, because it's something, it's something very private, and I wasn't sure if I want to share the story or not. And then I talked to my husband, and he's just like, oh, just like a little thing, you're just going to share, because from one hand, I really want to share because I think it's something that's happening and people don't talk about it. So I really wanted, but I was too, like, scared. But yeah, he was like, oh, it's going to be just a little thing. Nobody's going to know about it. I was like, yeah, it's true. It's like, okay. And then I realized how it was just, like, all over the world. I was like, whoa, people really responded to this story. So that part was crazy.
Yeah, and it's incredible. I mean, it's been spoken about on late-night talk shows, I mean, various entertainment channels, and, of course, all the way here in Australia. I mean, you know, again, sort of saying about the power of social media, this is just the internet, 2014. Things just get spread like wildfire.
No, it's true. It's like now, whatever, like, yeah, I mean, and that's incredible that we can just, just like whatever you think about, it's like you can you know, it's like see if it's, you know, happening all over the world. And, you know, like actually I love to go to museums, and I went to San Diego Museum once, and I saw that, I mean, 100 years ago, people decided to treat some diseases breaking the scalp and making these huge holes in the scalp. And it was like all over the world. And I was thinking, okay, this is quite a crazy idea. And it was so innovative at that time. I think, how did they do this without social media? It's like now if something happening, we know it's like right away, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we do live in an incredible time that it's just like everything is available, and you know, if you're interested in anything and everything, you can find out.
Exactly.
Questions. So
it's incredible times. Now, I mean, we spoke a little bit about what happened, of course, on the show last week, Natasha, but we'd love for you to explain again what happened. Now, listeners, some people listening today might not be aware of sort of the incident that occurred a couple of times, of course, you've said. I mean, so what actually happened?
Okay. I was at home, and I was all by myself, and I was lying in bed, and I was not sleeping, so I was just lying in bed. And then I could just feel somebody entered the room. And I kind of, you know, looked around because, you know, then somebody enters the room, you just know. But I couldn't see anybody, and it was just, like, weird. And then suddenly I could feel that there's a weight on me, weight of a body. It's like it feels like a human body, but I still could not see anybody. And I could feel hands on me, touching me, and kind of pushing me, you know, on the bed in different kind of directions, kind of pinning me, you know. And it was like against my will. It was just so bizarre. But it was just strange because I was not scared. I was like, I mean, I was alert. I was like, what's going on? But then it was just so strange and so like, I was like, what's going on? And then these hands were like everywhere in my body. You know, I could feel a weight, you know, on my legs, on my arms, like it just like it feels like it's a person. And then it was just like, you know, stuff that's happening, and I just decided, okay, I'm just gonna relax and see what's happening. And then it was just like the whole experience. It was like bizarre because I don't know. It was like even after people started asking me about it, and I was not scared. I don't know why. It was very calming. It was there was something about it was comforting. It's very strange.
Yeah. I could imagine that after it happens, is the first thing that you kind of say to yourself, I mean, a ghost just had sex with me? I mean, what do you think straight away? Do you jump on the internet to kind of try and find out something about it? I mean, it must be all strange after it's all over with.
I think, like, you know, it's just my personality. I try to push it away from, you know, from my thoughts. That's what I did. I kind of like, that was so weird. So I decided not to think. That's what I do. Then something like weird happens to me. I just like push it out of my, you know, I try not to think about it. And I know if I'll wait even a day, it will be feeling like, you know, it's like, okay, it happened a long time ago. I'm good now. So I think like I pushed it away, and I just like found some, you know, weird explanations. Like I didn't know, what did I think? I just like, I guess like, you know, I'm not going to think about it. But it happened, and then now my friend Teddy asked me if it ever happened to you. I said, like, I don't know, but this is what happened, and this is the first time I actually started talking about it when Teddy Negri asked me about experiences like this. And I thought, you know, if it happened to me twice, it must be other people who experienced that, and it is very strange, and it's never talked about it so much. So I think it's just, I want to know, what is this? I want to know, like, what's the explanation? Because, because I am curious what's going on in this world and what is afterlife and all those questions and, about energy and I think now it's like this information more and more available to us. I want to know, what is this?
Yeah, and I suppose it would be fascinating that so some people are hearing about this sort of stuff for the first time, but sort of on the flip side of that, are you getting people contacting you saying, hey, I've had similar experiences and kind of sharing their own experiences to sort of similar to what happened to you?
Yes, I had people, and it's really touching because people very sincere and they sharing those, very intimate and very stories that kind of you usually don't share, and I really appreciate it. And some people are, were scared. I do appreciate it. It does make me feel like, okay, we're not crazy. It's like we just don't talk about those things. And and I do appreciate those stories very, very much. So, and I was like, now it actually makes me feel like, okay, I'm not by myself. I'm not alone.
It's happening also to other people as well. So it's sort of not just an isolated incident, I suppose you could say. Did you? Yeah. Can you get like somebody to kind of come in, like a ghost hunter or something, to sort of come in and see who the ghost was? I mean, is that possible? I
don't know. It's like I was thinking that, like, I'm sitting there, so I'm like, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Yes, Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray rocks up to your house. Like, hey, let's check out this.
Yeah. I know, you picked up a ghost. What are you gonna do? People are writing me like all this like kind of fun stuff. It's like, no, like, how do you pick up the ghost? Do you have some tips? I love those things.
It's a plot line for the third Ghostbusters movie, right there.
I know. I love it. It's like, maybe we should make it. I think it's going to be funny.
Yes, exactly. There you go. There's your starring role right there in the Ghostbusters 3.
Actually, I was thinking because I push this kind of things away from my, my daily thoughts. But I guess I still start cooking some ideas, and I was thinking I would come up with this book idea. I was thinking about this already for a while, and then by telling this story, I was like, oh, that's why I got this idea. It kind of made sense, my psyche started making sense to me. Like, those things do affect you very deeply, even like without knowing or realizing what that it affected me that way. I was like, oh, I was. I thought I was not thinking about it, but I was, and so it's kind of, it's fun.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, I can imagine, and it's happened, I believe, again since the first time. I mean, is there kind of a routine now that you're you're home by yourself, Natasha, and you're wanting to happen again? I mean, how can you try and invite the ghost back?
I actually was thinking about it. It's like, hey, now. You never know, what is this? It's like, maybe the ghost is listening too. He's like, maybe he's going to be coming back. I don't know. No, it's like...
Maybe. At least he does it when you're like on bed, it's not just like at a really inconvenient time, like in the middle of a live interview or something like that.
I know, it's like, what if? Now it's like, it's me. I was like, but I'm on the lookout just in case. You never know who's going to come.
Never know. What are the questions that people are asking you? I can imagine that people are very intrigued about this incident. I mean, are there kind of common questions that people are throwing out to you about what happened to you?
I mean, yeah, people ask like, was it a ghost? And I mean, I just like, I don't know. It's like, I haven't seen anybody, so it's like, people want to know, what is this? And I want to know, what is this? So that's the most common question. It's like, what's the ghost? What's the ghost? It's like, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody. So it's like, it's crazy. Who is this? What is this? I mean, actually, I thought it's an alien. This is how my mind works. I was like, I don't know. I think it's an alien. So that's the explanation that I found out for myself right after.
Right. Well, I know you've had UFO encounters before too, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could be all connected.
I don't know. That's I had this. I saw this UFO, and my dad. I was his dad, so sometimes and I think like, am I totally like, just making stuff out and weird and crazy for my dad? And I was like, Dad, did we really see that? He's like, yes. So I feel good, at least, he was a witness there, and it kind of makes me feel good. But I think like 14 years old. So I think ever since I always had this knowledge that there is something out there. There is something that we don't see, and we don't talk so much. And I believe if you're open to it, it can happen to you more often if you're not open to all this stuff. You can just close yourself to it. So that's why I also think maybe because I'm always asking these questions and I always want to know what is this, and maybe that's why it happens. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, my first thought was like, oh, it must be UFO.
Well, it's cool that you might sort of go to that. That's very interesting. And when you tell your husband, I sort of saw on the interview that what your husband said. But I mean, I could imagine that he maybe deep down, if this is the case, wants to like find this ghost and punch his head in or something. Or
I mean, I like right away. I did not want to talk to my husband about this because it was just so. It was like I knew what happened. It was not a dream or anything. But he kind of jokes around. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever it happens in your dreams, I don't care. So, but, yeah, that's the subject that I didn't want to, discuss in details with him. Just keep it,
I can imagine.
Keep it to myself. Yeah, that's just, yeah. We do have relationships that I do share everything. But, I guess there is limits to my, because I thought that it just felt real. I just know it's real. And I have crazy dreams, I remember my dreams. I know that actually, talking about my husband, he does not remember his dreams. And I wake up almost every day and I was like, oh, I remember this and that. In my dreams I do travel to some different planets, different galaxies from spaceships and, traveling through walls and so, they're vivid, and they kind of, sometimes you realize while you're dreaming that it is a dream, and that was just different, and just it's like, I don't know, what is this? That is just not what dream is like.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Incredible. It's very fascinating, and again, we were in love with this story last week, and then when we were tweeting you, and we have a segment on this show called "Forget the Lyrics," where we've got to make up a song on the spot, and I sung about you and your career for that day. So I'll have to find the audio for it and send it to you, Natasha.
Oh, thank you for being so. Thank you for sharing and caring about this. Because, I do think...
We're fascinated.
It is fascinating. And I think, maybe together we'll all find out what is this and what is it. Maybe we're missing something that, maybe somebody is out there who really wants to talk to us. And I don't know. I mean, my fantasy, yeah.
It's a good point.
I don't know.
It could all help it out with it there. I mean, it's, all part of these mysteries of life, isn't it? That, we may or may never get the answers to, I suppose, over the course of history.
Yes, I think so, too. It's people talk about different dimensions and, universes, and it's I don't know. It's it's fascinating. It is. It's hopefully we'll know the answer. But I think, for yourself, if you're curious enough and open, you can feel the answer. It's you can know what's right for you. So sometimes I have these glimpses I got it. I know what is it. And then it's I don't remember anything. It's oh, it's just, but I just feel as humans we can sense it. What is it? What's truth for you? So, I don't know.
It's all very fascinating. I mean, it's sort of just seeing all this stuff. I mean, that's outside sort of this incident and what we're discussing. I mean, at the top of the interview, I mentioned about your career, your acting career as well, your long line of films and that. I mean, how is life in Hollywood at the moment, Natasha? I mean, are you living the dream over there at the moment?
I think so. Yes. Even now, I'm driving back from a set. I'm doing a horror action film. It's called Playing with Dolls, and it's a great role for me. It's it's a starring role. It's my character story. So it's been a lot of work, and I am just living a dream. Sometimes I was just thinking, this is crazy. I mean, I was a girl from Ukraine, and I was like dreaming about what is it out there. And now, I mean, I'm constantly, working on improving myself and be better and better. But at this moment, I think, yes, I'm working on a film, and I just love it so much. I think like I'm grateful every day that I'm doing what I truly, truly love. And this character, this movie, and what I love about this character, that she's a girl who starts kind of weak and unsure, but then during the course of film, she finds her strength, and she fights for her life. And I think that's a lesson there. It's like no matter what situation it is, you just keep going and keep fighting and keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up. Great message. And you also, of course, a bit of a singer too. You do some music. I mean, I was checking out some of the tracks on your website, and I'd love to play some on the show this morning, perhaps. Get Australian airtime for you, Natasha.
I started playing bass guitar, actually last year.
Right.
And it was it's just something so fun and something so different that I never thought I'm going to do. And I played piano as a child. I was going to music school, but then it kind of, I stopped. And last year my husband told me, oh, would you like to play in a band? I was like, what? He's like, if you can learn lines, you can learn how to play bass. And I said, okay, because I trust him, and he's a musician. So, and he just taught me how to play bass. And we named our band Snowflakes because actually he gave me, a couple of years ago, he gave me a present, a bass guitar for New Year. And it's on frets, there's instead of usual dots, it has Snowflakes. It's a Daisy Rock guitar. It's a company who makes really pretty instruments. So, and every time I would ask him how to play a song, I would ask him which snowflake to push, because I don't know notes. And so I was like, okay, that's perfect. We're going to have a band named Snowflakes, because I asked what snowflakes instead of what thread to push.
It's well.
First snowflake, second snowflake.
It's an easy way of remembering it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So now I have snowflakes here.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's something. I did not know that I had so much rock in me. I was like, this is cool. I guess everybody has a rocker somewhere. I don't know. Don't have deep inside somewhere on the surface. But I picked it up, and I was like, I'm really enjoying it. And
fantastic. We'll definitely play some tracks on our show this morning, Tasha, because we intrigued to get it to our listeners out there. I mean, one thing, just sort of really quickly, I want to get to our 5 questions to sort of to ask you these. But obviously, coming originally from the Ukraine, Eurovision's on this weekend. Do you follow Eurovision at all? I mean, you sort of want to see Ukraine win Eurovision?
I mean, I do follow, and I mean, it is a big deal, and I love artists. I am and I mean, what's going on now in Ukraine is kind of really crazy. It's I don't think people thinking about Eurovision so much as it's just all this talk, that's war talk, what's going on. But I'm a big fan, and I watch the show. And actually, one of the things, I talk to my friends, because I have a lot of friends back in in Ukraine, and I just that's fun way to connect, and it's fun music. Mm-hmm. There's something in me that I'm listening to Eurovision is just because I miss my home so much. I just want to go back. It's it brings so much nostalgia and all this good stuff, and I'm constantly impressed what a great and talented artists they are there, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's they put such a great show. It's it's really lots of talent, and today is visual too. It's
very much so.
I remember one of the artists brought it was just crazy decorations. I just love it. It is a spectacle. It's
well, I've discovered that it's not that big in America. We love it here in Australia, but talking to a few people in America this week, they've never heard of it. So I think we need to spread it out there to the States, Natasha, and get them to love Eurovision.
I think so too. Yes, it is, because it is a huge deal. It's so much talent, and it's yeah, it's true. Then I talk to people in America. It's like, what? I've never heard of that. Yeah, it's true. Like, let's put it.
Yes. And one of my favourite tracks of all time from Eurovision actually was when the Ukraine won it in 2004 with Ruslana, Wild Dances. I love that song.
Ruslana.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. I mean, she's incredible, and she's so passionate about what she does. And yes, I remember. I think I was in Greece that summer. And they had their competitors there, but all they talked about was Ruslana. It was like she just did such an incredible job. It was beautifully done.
Fantastic, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We played that a fair bit on this show, actually. We quite like that song. Now, Natasha, we wrap up every interview. 5 questions. These are fun, they're entertaining, and probably the easiest 5 questions you'll ever get your entire life. One of them I'll briefly explain a little bit because it was based off an Australian advertising campaign, but we'll get to that in a second. The first question, what is your favourite type of cheese?
Cheese. I actually, you know what? I love brie.
Yes.
I love smooshy and soft. And I love it. I think that I like something that I would, kind of like, my cheat days that I try, like, okay, what would I love to eat? That would be brie cheese.
Yes.
I just love it, because there's something like about texture that's like a hard and soft and taste, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And
what's your favorite?
Mine is...
What's your favorite?
Well, I get brie and camembert confused, so I like them both equally. So I would say brie as well, because, I agree with you, the sort of the softness and the hardness of the texture, it's
some people have, like, really stinky cheeses.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, too. But it's like they say, like, oh, we're going to be smelling like dirty socks. I was like, okay, this...
Like, it put you off a little bit. It put you off a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like the whole presentation was like, and now you're going to eat smelly socks? You're kind of like, okay, bring it on, I guess.
Oh, whatever.
And the mold.
Yeah, the mold puts you off.
I know, like, yeah. I mean, I actually, when I eat them, I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But it's just like the talk before, I was like,
just ignore what you're putting in and just ignoring remember the taste, so to speak. So, yes. Now, question number 2. Now, this is one I sort of have to kind of explain. We had an advertising campaign in this country probably about 8 years ago related to toilet paper, and they asked you, when you went to the bathroom, did you fold or scrunch your toilet paper? So, Natasha Blasick, do you fold or scrunch your toilet paper?
I mean, for a second, I thought you were going to ask me if I would use it or not.
We're not quite that personal on this show.
Okay. I use it.
Yes, good, all right, good, yes.
I'm very careful folder. I'm actually, that's the whole, Yeah, I think, like, it's very important process, obviously.
Well, I find it fascinating.
So I want to make it perfect,
Yes. I find it fascinating explaining it, kind of. When we have people who are not aware of the campaign or anything, or just the kind of the ads that we have in Australia. We're that personal. We want to find out what you do when you go to the bathroom.
Well, I think it's a really good question, because it tells a lot about your personality.
Yeah. That's
it's
true.
a really good question. What do you do?
I fold, and funnily enough, I remember my parents teaching me as a young boy to fold as well, so...
Good.
That's an added fact. I've been a folder my entire life.
I think it's so sweet that you actually remember that your parents are teaching. I don't know.
I know. It's like the randomest thing to remember from childhood, like, Ben, fold your toilet paper.
That's very sweet. I love that.
Yeah. Childhood memories. Question number 3, Natasha. Growing up, what was your dream job?
Dream job? Being a cosmonaut.
That would be fun. We all wanted to kind of grow up and go into space, didn't we?
I know. I think, it's something like everybody was like, I want to grow up and become a cosmonaut. I was like, this is so cool. Then I was like, start growing up. Actually, I was like, I don't know about this cosmonaut job.
Well, you, as an actress, I mean, that's the perfect thing. You can play a cosmonaut in a movie. So.
Yeah, I can play, and obviously I do spend a lot of time flying somewhere out of space, like out in space. So I think in a way I got my dream job.
Yes. Well, you can take your ghostly friend with you, and your husband, of course, too. So.
Yeah.
Just have a
Yeah,
make it
what
a
about
party.
you? What did you dream about?
Oh, look, so many things. Probably the biggest thing that stands out, though, is I wanted to be some sort of athlete, sports star, Australian, win gold medal for Australia at the Olympics.
That's nice. I like that,
so-
yeah.
Didn't pan out too well for me.
I like that.
I like the fact that you're asking me the questions too. I don't get people doing that enough, Natasha.
Oh,
so
really?
thank you.
Oh.
I know, right? You'd think they would, but yeah. I'm glad somebody cares about me.
I think, they're just too shy, It's like, can I ask a question? I don't know. I should interrupt.
Go
I don't
for
know.
it. You ask whatever you like, and I'll
Okay.
answer it. I'll answer it for you. Question number 4. Also, growing up, who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Ooh, I know that one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
There we go. Leo, yes.
He was on my wall, and I was just drooling over him. Every morning, I would open my eyes, and here he was staring at me.
Have you
was
bumped
like,
into him? Have you bumped into him over there in Hollywood?
No, and I didn't want to. But on the other hand, I was I'm not sure if I can actually, behave myself and don't do something really stupid. I don't know. We'll see what kind of stupid thing will I do. But yeah, I was very excited about him, and I can still see that poster that I had over my bed, and every morning I'll wake up and here he was looking at me lovingly.
That's awesome. Who knows? One day you're going to be in a film with him. One day.
I was actually, it's one of my dreams. I was I would love it. I would totally love it. Okay, I can ask you a question. What about you?
Go. Well, mine are
Go first.
easily Natalie Portman. Still is.
Oh, I love her. She actually, it's crazy. My sister looks like her a lot.
Oh.
And, yes, and every time I see her, it's just, besides that I really admire her and I think she's an incredible actress, there is something because it feels like a family member. I was oh.
Oh. Is your sister single or?
Oh.
I have to ask the question, Come on. No, I love, Natalie Portman, growing up.
Yeah.
Yes, just, I had the posters just like you, and, I still wish I had the
dreaming
posters.
about her. So.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Now, final question for you today, Natasha Blasick. Are you, actually, I'm going back to an old question there. I should be asking, what is your worst habit?
My worst habit? Oh, my gosh. I think I have so many. I think I'm kind of controlling.
That's not, that's fine.
And I think I don't know if it's the worst habit though. But I do I don't know. Yeah, is it the worst? I do ask try to control driving. I think that's my worst. Yes, that's my worst habit. I think so. Especially that I'm not the driver.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm just backseat driver.
Yes.
I think that's just so annoying.
Yep.
And I know I do it, and sometimes I was please don't do this, but I just can't control myself, so it takes all my strength to actually just shut up and sit quietly and enjoy the driver do the job. Even now, actually, I'm driving with David Lockhart. He's a lead actor and a producer on the film that I'm working on, and it's very hard for me to kind of just shut up and and just let him do his job, and because obviously I'm pretty sure that if I'll just tell him what to do, it's gonna go much better.
Yes, it's hard. I feel. I think mine would be. I've got so many, some that I probably shouldn't admit on air, but I get road rage, kind of on the driving theme. I like to get angry at other drivers for doing silly things. So I'm a bit of an angry driver.
Actually, I honk sometimes when I drive, and I honk, and every time I honk, I'm so proud of myself.
Yes.
I was oh, I did it. Yes, I did it.
I'm the opposite. I something happens to me, and I drive off, and I'm like, damn it, I should have honked the horn at them. Why didn't I?
No, I just because I feel I'm kind of like a chicken. That's why I think acting, I love it so much because it gives me kind of almost like extra thing okay, you can do it, you can do other things now, you can be that character, this character, because in real life sometimes I can be very timid and kind of scared, and that's why honking to me is a really big deal, because it's I did it, I just honked at somebody.
Yes.
Did they see that? That was wild.
Just to celebrate, pull over. Woohoo! I bombed at someone. Yes.
I know. Cool. Even though that I know somebody, then I'm on the street and somebody honks. I was like, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? Who's honking? Who's honking? Yes. What is it? I get like really panicky.
Oh, it's fun indeed. Great answers there, Natasha. And for people at home listening to this, if they want to check more out about you, of course, head to natashablassic.com. They can follow you on Twitter as well. And check out there. There's music on the website and everything. People can see your history there with sort of some of your other movies and everything that I've mentioned throughout this interview. And I really have enjoyed this chat today, Natasha, and appreciate your time and best of luck for everything that comes your way in the future.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I had such a great time talking to you. Thank you. And now I know you're full of your toilet paper. I love it.
We clearly like to bring you some snippets to plug our other shows that we do. Plenty of other shows under the Brink banner, the Oz Network, other shows that are all the way around there. And two different shows this week. First, from the Oz Network, we interviewed, it's actually airing tomorrow if you're listening to us on the day that this is released, Kobe Bell, who, for those who like Third Watch, who maybe listen to our show, would know he played, of course, Tyrone Davis across 6 seasons, also been in shows such as Burn Notice and other shows along the way. And we spoke to him, and that interview's airing tomorrow. I just said that. It's a great chat. And here's a little bit of a snippet of a fun moment of the interview in which somehow we ended up talking about a certain part of him. So, I mean, is there even odds in that? Like, do doctors say to you, like, oh, well, gosh, this is rare that you kind of, like, you have 2 sets of twins?
Well, I think it was from when Davis got shot in the junk.
Yes, that makes sense.
So now, So now all I can do is make twins.
It split the junk in such a way that it only you have double shot, and then it's like boom,
right.
Awesome. I'm firing it's like a machine gun, going crazy. Guess what?
Right.
We're having twins left, right, and center.
It's not so much a machine gun; it's more like a double barrel shotgun. It's hard to explain.
Well, there we go, humanity. If, the zombie apocalypse happens tomorrow and we need to repopulate the Earth, let's just all call Kobe Bell. He's going to be producing children pretty quickly. Get the double barrel shotgun loaded and Bob's your uncle.
Oh,
done.
Man. It's locked and loaded, man. It's always ready. It's always
locked and loaded. Wow. I never thought that's how we're going to end this interview. Kobe, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting. Goodness me, how do we go from George Clooney basketball to talking about that?
George Clooney basketball. It's actually that's how every interview I do. I start with the George Clooney basketball, and I end with my double barrel junk.
It's just the name dropping as well. It's kind of like, you mentioned about that one time. My thoughts on the current political crisis in America. That reminds me of the time I played basketball with George Clooney.
Exactly. You gotta start with a strong name drop.
Yep.
And then end talking about your junk. It's just it's rule number 1.
Well, it's your career. I mean, ER started with your junk rising to the occasion, and then it's literally rising even more in the future when
true.
Look at that.
It's full circle.
It is
full circle.
It's all about your junk.
Wow.
It's that simple.
This week on the podcast, we're talking about Kobe Bell and his junk.
Yes, breaking new ground in the world of interviews. It's an interview that you never thought would be possible. It's the Junk Cast on the Oz Network. Hilarious. You should definitely listen to all of it, out tomorrow on the Oz Network. And of course, those who like Mallory and myself know that we do the Ben and Mal Variety Hour on Radio Southland 96.4 FM Wednesdays 8 p.m. live if you want to listen to it. And during the week we had a newly elected councillor from the Environment Southland Council, Bonnie Mager, and a lot of fun, a lot of things learnt. And Bonnie attempted our very infamous segment, Forget the Lyrics, which of course we like to translate onto some other shows here and there. And let's just say it didn't go quite according to plan.
Yo, I'll tell you about my dogs, my fluffy, fluffy dogs. So I'll tell you about my dogs, my fluffy, fluffy dogs. I'll tell you about my dogs, my fluffy, fluffy dogs. Yeah, I'll tell you about my dogs, my fluffy, fluffy dogs. They bark and howl, they bark, they howl. The name's Ferguson and Argos, and they're really cool. I don't know what else to say.
You're doing great.
You can pick it up if you want to keep going.
Nope. I've lost the tune.
Oh, I feel like we need the cheering going on in the background, or woo, clap. You got this bit here if you want to pick it up. Yeah, she's getting into it. I like that.
I want to get through the chorus, so it's something else.
Lover, you gotta be with my.
If you want to be my lover, you've got to get with my dogs. No, that sounds wrong. No.
Well,
Oh, it took a turn.
ladies and gentlemen, that was Bonnie Mega. She was an Environment Southland councillor. Yeah, sadly, sometimes they don't always go to plan, and unfortunately for Bonnie, it was live, not one of the pre-recorded ones, so we couldn't just start again. But Wednesday evenings, 8 p.m. live. That is New Zealand time if you're listening to us in Australia on the East Coast, 6 p.m. live, and you will be thoroughly entertained with that, as well as the Oz Network. All right, time to close it out. Can I just say, we have only got, for the remainder of the year, 4 of these episodes to go. The rest will be pre-recorded little ones like our best of, and we're also doing best of the decade 2-part special towards the end, which I'm very, very excited about. So, crazy times. Only 4 of these to, it's 6 weeks until we depart. Go back home. I reckon, while we
get to go on an airplane.
We will be doing some recordings while we're back home, and kind of probably just on the phone. I'm not going to bring my microphone over. I might, but it's going to be a bit of a special for us to do over there, and some bits we'll play in January. I was on an airplane last week. It was a great experience. I miss flying on a plane. It was really, sorry to rub it in. I didn't mean to do that. And it's also Christmas time then, that means, which you're wearing your Starbacks.
My Holly Yay shirt.
Holly Yay shirt. So, yes. Anything exciting? We're going to see a TV show being filmed and some comedy next week, which we can report on. 7 Days, which is a popular television program over here. And the following week, we're going to the ballet. The ballet. I just like to point out this week, by the way, folks, I tried on a shirt that was an XL and it fit me. So, just wanted to gloat a little bit. So.
We're very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You should be. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe. All the relevant channels. And download our sister shows. You heard a little snippet I played in this episode of our interview with Kobe Bell, which is a fun little chat. You haven't even listened to it. You should listen to the Kobe Bell interview.
I should.
You should. Now that you watched all the Third Watch. And Australian Survivor Archives as well. Doing very well. We've got... our 3rd episode coming up this Friday. We're interviewing the host of Australian Survivor from 2002, Lincoln Howes. Very fun chat there. Mallory, you're thrilled by it. You've been listening to it very much.
So excited.
Very much so. And anything you want to plug this week?
Nah.
Ben and Mal Variety Hour, doing well? Yep, cool.
Yep, we had a listener last week.
We did. What was his name? Hendrix, wasn't it? I played a clip of Bonnie before trying to sing and wanting to get with the dogs or something like that.
That's
so
funny.
That was a bit awkward. But yes, until next week, Hoba Cargill.
Good night.
Please do keep sucking those
oranges.
And
good night.